Shit was good. Shit.
We just located a fair distance north of Kelfade up in the mountains. Once at the spire, we will need to find a way down to the basement. This paradoxically requires us to first ascend to the top of it. We can do that however we see fit, whether by climbing or some combination of force palm jumping.
That's a tall ass. Little problem. Hmm. Go. God damn. You do a million things good up on top of this bitch. Damn, bro. Hmm. Ain't gonna work right now. Ain't gonna work right now. Ain't gonna work right now. Don't do all that. What the fuck am I doing right here? Oh boy. Bitch. Come on, my bro. What is this one? What do you do that?
The main quest line up through the end of Chapter 4 before attempting to get it. Our first destination will be the Spire of Ringing Truth, which is located a fair distance north of Kelfade up in the mountains. Once at the Spire, we will need to find a way down to the basement. This, paradoxically, requires us to first ascend to the top of it. We can do that however we see fit, whether by climbing or some combination of force pump jumping.
Sí, okay, no, man, I don't feel. Yeah, the whole thing knows. Ooh, yeah. Steady she go. Ooh. 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 Boom. I don't even know what I'm doing. Trying to, damn. The fuck is happening right now? No. What the? God made it. What the fuck am I doing? I took some fast pills. I took some fast pills many a time. Many a times. Well, you can't be scared to choke. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that weird shit, but I know about big ass pills. Yeah. My daddy don't. You hear me? This motherfucker. There we go. Them shit.
Upon reaching the top of the spire, we need to break the wooden beam supporting the large bell. Guess not a heavy attack or force calling.
I ain't into that. No. You go. There we go. Alright. I see you. See you, though. Bad. I was.
To do the trick. However, I found a charged shot from the bow to be the most convenient, and I bet explosive arrows would also work.
In down.
After the belt crashes into the basement, we can dive down ourselves and approach the Abyss Gate there to initiate a boss battle with Chrysis the Ancient.
Oh, no. Don't knock your head, dog. Shit.
This boss can be fairly frustrating, as he will spend most of the fight out of melee range, teleporting damage and projectiles at us. A decently upgraded bow can be used to chip away at his health, but be ready to deal maximum damage when he makes the mistake of coming within melee range.
Probably use you the best. Oh shit, yeah. Good. That ain't doing no right. Bring in this. Okay. Blah, on your card. Your card. Brad. Wow. Go. Yeah.
Last Andrim Ook. Turana.
Wow. That's crazy.
Did you lose a lot of money sports betting on DraftKings or FanDuel? You may qualify.
If you're struggling with some of the tougher boss fights or those brutal encounters that feel like they're designed to delete you in seconds, well, this guide is going to help you out. I'm going to show you how to get one of the most useful items, and you can unlock its recipe extremely early. It's the Palmar Pill. Once you have this recipe, you'll be able to craft these pills yourself, which effectively gives you infinite revives after you die, allowing you to continue fights, even boss fights, where you left off, making them so much easier to get through. But not only will I show you how to get the recipe quickly, easily, and early, I'll also show you 2 really good early farming locations to gather the materials to craft as many as you need. With just a few minutes of farming this, you can walk into those harder boss fights with a stack of pills ready to go. So hopefully this helps you out, and a like below will really help us out too. Thank you so much. Now, first things first, if you don't know, the Palmar Pill is the item that lets you self-revive after death, bringing you back at around 30% health. And normally, these are something that you occasionally find as you're exploring, which makes them feel limited. But once you've unlocked the crafting recipe, you can make as many as you want. Now, technically, there is another way to get this recipe. You can unlock it in Pororin, in the Shy Village, but that involves multiple quests and quite a bit of running around and then waiting for the research time to finish to get the recipe there. So instead, we have a faster method for you. What you need to do is head to this location on the map. It's very close to where you start the game, near Hernand Castle, and the exact name of this cave is the Shadows Whisper Cave. I went here from the nearby fast travel point by the castle. I just ran over there and then jumped down sort of gap, which reveals the cave entrance. So just to make it a bit easier for you guys to follow along, from that fast travel point that we just showed, I have marked the cave exactly where I showed it on the map, and we're just going to run in a straight line, jump up this little bit of a wall here, and keep running in a straight line towards it. The cave is a bit lower down, but we can still get there as we have our glide power that you do unlock quite early on, or you can just walk around the long way and go around the bottom. You can see here there is a little sort of opening in the cliff. You can see just over there is basically where you start the game and spawn by that little patch of water. But we're just going to drop down inside, and just here at the bottom is the cave entrance that is basically what you're looking for. Once you're inside, you'll be in a large room with a tree, and there's also a cauldron in there. But it's on the right side of the room where you'll see a couple of Palmar pills that you can just pick up. And next to that will be the Palmar pill crafting recipe itself. Make sure to pick that up and then hold L1 to actually learn the recipe, which will permanently unlock this as a crafting item for you. Now, when you unlock the recipe, you'll notice it requires 15 herbs and 1 water to craft. So let's get some water, head on into Hernand Castle, and the 2 vendors you can see here, the inn and the food vendor, both sell a good amount of water each day. So just follow along as I do, go into the inn, select the shop, and then buy the water off of the innkeeper. After that, head on outside, and just across the road on the opposite side is a food vendor, where you can also buy a bunch of water. If this isn't enough water for you, which it probably will be, if it's not, you can simply do some quests or rest to pass the time of day and come back here the next in-game day and they will restock their items. After that, you just need some really good early locations to farm the herbs in order to make the pill. The herbs that you want to get is the false hellebore. There are other things that will do, but we actually have 2 really good farm locations for these that you can do as early as you want. The first is just south of the castle, or just north of the camp, depending on how you want to reference it. But just along that ridge.
About bullshit. Fuck you.
Ridgeline, you'll find several flower beds that can spawn the false hellebore. If you simply run back and forth across this ridge, picking the plants up as you do, but we actually have two really good farm locations for these that you can do as early as you want. The first is just south of the castle, or just north of the camp, depending on how you want to rep. But just along that ridgeline, you'll find several flower beds that can spawn the false hellebore. If you simply run back and forth, across this ridge, picking the plants up as you go, you will gather a bunch of these in no time. The cool thing is, as you move between the different spawn points for these flowers, they will actually respawn with then go back. So this allows you to get a ton of them in no time. But there is a quirk or limit to this that we'll get into in a sec. The second location is even better though. This one is just west of the Hernand Highlands, south of the Greymane camp. So you can just ride over there on your horse, and then you want to look for this area. This is a very dense spawn area for the false hellebore, making this whole farm so much faster. Plus, as we said before, as you're rotating between the different spawn points, as you can see I am, they will actually respawn in the areas that you previously picked them, allowing you to basically loop around the area, constantly picking them up. After you've picked up around 100 to 150 in an area, they start to slow down on their spawn quite dramatically. So I recommend getting between 100 and 150, then going to the other spot I showed you, repeating there. If you need even more, just rest and pass to another in-game day and go again. But after doing both of these locations, you'll easily have enough to craft between 10 to 20 pills in just around 5 minutes or so of farming. Alright guys, just to make it a bit easier for you, I'm going to show you exactly the route up here that you can do, and this is the type of flower bed that you're looking for that will spawn the actual false hellebore, which I've already just grabbed all of them. You can see there's quite a big range around here, big flower bed here that has all of them. You can see we've got some windmills up there to help orientate yourself so you can find this spot easily. You've got the church up there on the cliff, and you've got a nice pinky kind of flower bed just over there. So next, we're going to run towards that pink flower bed, and just on the right you can see there is another one of these same flower beds that can spawn them. Obviously they're not here for me now because I've just gone and farmed all of those for the video, so they are defeated for me right now. But you can see just on the other side of the flower bed another little spawn here of this same type of plant. And then down in the trees here, this whole area, including on the right here, is more spawn points as well. I think there was actually one that just spawned back in over there too. All the way around here is a spawn point, so just keep running around the whole area as you find them. And if you really want to be efficient, there's also one more spawn point just on the other side here, a little patch here by the trees. You can see some of them have already started to respawn in for me, but they do dramatically lessen, as I said, as you've actually got like over 100 to 150 of them. You can get up to 6 like I just did then in one pickup, and sometimes you get 1 like that, other times you get 2 or 4. It's a bit RNG, but you can get up to 6 in a single pickup, which does speed it up pretty dramatically. So once you've just done that loop, then we just literally are going to do the same loop back. So you can see we'll run past over this one, we'll run past over this little flower bed here that can spawn them, all the way back to our starting point where the deer are for me over here, past the marigolds, and here is the starting point. Now, an alternative option, if you're a bit later in the game, it's a bit harder to get down here early on, but we show it anyway, depending on where you are in the story, it could help. It's right down here, you saw me move the map from the camp there, and there is also a Abyss Crescent here that you can use as the fast travel point. So it's very self-contained and very easy to come back once you've got this fast travel point. You can see the waterfall is here, and what you want to be doing is heading to the east. Follow me along here if you are a bit later in the game, and you can come down here, because this is a slightly more dense area, and it seems to give us more of the multiple in one pickup, basically. So instead of getting 1 or 2 quite often, we're often getting up to 6 more often. So both will work, the earlier, the easier one, and the late game one, but this is just our preference when we're further in the game to come to, as it's a bit faster to get here and very dense. So you can see, follow along the path I came across, and there is a super massive dense patch here. Now, I've already farmed here, they're already starting to respawn, so there'll be even more of them here for you when you come here. I've already just picked up an absolute ton of them just to double check that the spot is really, really good, which it is. 26 recommended this one to me, so we thought we'd put it in the video. But you can see, follow along this path, there is just patch after patch after patch of these for you to collect and get tons. So you just do that loop until you have as many as you want, and then head over to Hernan here on the map, where you'll find a cauldron inside a house, or go to the cave where you've got the recipe. There's a cauldron there too, and you can craft as many Palmar pills as you want, or however many you want to farm for. This should definitely be enough to help you get through some of those tougher boss fights, but you can always
Have you found what you were seeking? I must thank you.
I tell you, you do that shit. Ooh, I climb all the way back to the top of that shit. No.
Let's teach you a lesson. It just getting started.
Get it. Yeah. Man, that name. I gotta do that shit again. About the list. Oh my God, that'd have been really cool.
Yeah.
That's some AI shit right there. Ain't no way.
Jeeves. This is so delicious.
Yeah, man, that's some straight AI shit right there. There ain't no way they eating. How they doing too much?
Open a Chime checking account in 2 minutes, and we'll spy you up to $200. There are 4 elemental skills that we can imbue our weapon attacks with to create powerful synergies in Crimson Desert. The second one that is available to us is Frost Mantle. Unlocking it requires completion of several Abyss puzzles, and there are a few extra tricks to get the most out of it once we do unlock it. All of that will be covered in this guide, and as usual, useful timestamps can be found in the video description. I'm not sure if there is any prerequisite to unlocking Frost Mantle, at least in terms of main quest completion. However, we will need to defeat a difficult boss to access the Abyss puzzles that unlock it. Because of that, I recommend completing the main quest line up through the end of Chapter 4 before attempting to get it. Our first destination will be the Spire of Ringing Truth, which is located a fair distance north of Kelfade up in the mountains. Once at the Spire, we will need to find a way down to the basement. This, paradoxically, requires us to first ascend to the top of it. We can do that however we see fit, whether by climbing or some combination of forceful jumping.
What is this? That's crazy work. It's 10 on. Get there. Yeah, I should go all and do that shit all over again, dog. Okay. And no motherfucking way. Let me see. Fuck this nigga up. You know.
Grunzak Trak Tanakre. Grell Tak Tumok.
Why you blasting like that?
Upon reaching the top of the spire, we'll need to break the wooden beam supporting the large bell. But convinced that a heavy attack or force bomb could do the trick. However, I found a charge shot from the bow to be the most convenient, and I bet explosive arrows will also work. After the bell crashes into the basement, we can dive down ourselves and approach the Abyss Gate there to initiate a boss battle with Chrysis the Ancient.
You know what?
This boss can be frustrating as he will fight out of melee range, teleporting around and shooting projectiles at us. A decently upgraded bow can be used to chip away at his health, but ultimately be ready to deal maximum damage when he makes the mistake of coming within melee range.
Bro, what are you doing, dog?
Defeating Crystal will get us several key rewards. More importantly, at least for our purposes, this episode is the first of 3 of this islands that we must complete to unlock Frost Mantle, Either Rest.
Fall in 2026. What are you doing? There's an easy solution, and it's cost tens of thousands of dollars, and it's helped our trader your chances. If you once again choose Fergus, finasteride and minoxidil, 2 ingredients to stop hair loss and help regrow hair. Plus, it includes a proprietary blend designed to support healthier hair. No emergency doctor visits, no waiting rooms.
Bro, you hit the nigga, though.
And your hair will ignore it. Join us and take control today.
Bro, what are you doing? That's crazy.
Last hungry take break.
Bro, come on. Ain't worry about Pepper. Worry about them. No. No, I'm not grouching. Being this person right now. Yeah, I know you don't. It wasn't no 2 seconds, but
It seems like.
no 2 seconds. Um,
That was like it.
probably. That one probably was. That's messed up. That was right away. That's crazy. No, there's a way around him. No, I don't think so. That ain't doing it right. Ain't doing it right. I'm just wasting my shit about somebody I probably can't be there. No, because I'm going all in. Ain't no waiting. Mm.
Take a breath. Let me take.
Gotcha. The first thing to do at either rest is to make use of the fans and glide up to the central structure. then find a device around the top of the cage to use our axiom force on, and spin the outer gate until we are able to enter the cage, and then ride up another air current. In the next room, we can use nature's grasp on the stone structure with a circular opening to lift it up, then use axiom force on the device that gets revealed. Spinning this inner structure will reveal an opening for us to exit out. I'm not sure if there is any prerequisite to unlocking Frostman.
I asked my husband, when did you get so big? His confidence hits different with Rougiette Ready. It dissolves under his tongue. Works in 15 minutes on it.
Mantle skill. Before explaining how to use that skill and imbue offensive moves with the Frost element, let's collect our final Abyss artifact here and move to the next Abyss Island, where we can unlock a new fast travel point. With the puzzle component. The first thing to do at either rest is to make use of the fans and this boss can be fairly frustrating, as he will spend most of the fight out of melee range, teleporting around and shooting projectiles at us. A decently upgraded bow can be used to chip away at his health, but ultimately, be ready to deal maximum damage when he makes the mistake of coming within melee range.
Oh.
Defeating Princess will get us several new rewards. More importantly, for our purposes, it will grant us access to the first of 3 Abyss Islands that we must complete to unlock Frost Mantle, either rest. The first thing to do at either rest is to make use of the fans and glide up to the central structure. Then find a device around the top of the cage to use our axiom force on, and spin the outer gate until we are able to enter the cage, and then ride up another air current. In the next room, we can use Nature's Grasp on the stone structure with a circular opening to lift it up, then use Axiom Force on the device that gets revealed. Spinning this inner structure will reveal an opening for us to exit out of. We'll then need to glide up several smaller air currents using Axiom Force to grab an abyss core along the way. This core can be slotted into its receptacle at the top of this section to restore power to the final device for either rest. We can then jump up and glide along a horizontal current to reach that final device, activation of which will restore the abyss in either rest. Also, a small